Hello everyone, it's your boy in here. I'm coming at you guys with another YouTube video. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over majority of the game, such as the Formas, the Arcanes, and I'm going to be explaining them and the modding system in depth. So without further ado guys, let's get right into today's video. So people, I'm sure you've seen in the relics over here, whenever you run some of them, you get the chance of getting the reward, which is a Forma. So what these are is resetting the polarity for your mod slot. So let's show this in a way that's nice and easy to understand. So for the Formas, what you can do is go into a Warframe. Prime Warframes already have some slots that are polarized. So the way you can tell is they've got a nice little green icon in the corner whenever you put a mod on. So if you were to put a different mod, let's say this one inside this, it takes up 10 slots instead of the average 8 slots because the polarity doesn't match. Now if we were to throw a mod that does have matching polarity, so let's say 16, it becomes 8. So that's what these Formas are primarily used for. And when it does come to running the Formas back and forth between a Warframe, you can put several of them into a Warframe. For example, over here with my vault, you can see I've put 3 Formas into him. And what I've done with my vault is I put an Umbral Forma into him, I've put a Aura Forma into him, and then I've put one, what's it called? Naramon Forma into my vault. And that's so that with this, I can create a really effective build. Like I've got an almost max range vault with insanely high power strength. And guys, what you can do with Formas is use it to effectively keep cramming the amount of stuff that you throw onto a Warframe. Like as you can see with a lot of my Warframes, most of them don't have Formas in them. I am working on it because, you know, Formas don't just grow on trees. And once you get them from a relic, which is the only way in game to get the Forma, is you gotta head over to your inventory and you gotta build the Formas. I'm just gonna speed this one up just to show you the guys the crafting requirements. So 1 Morphix, 1 Neural Sensor, 1 Neurod, and 1 Orokin Cell. So it's gonna cost you that to build a single Forma, and then you can get stance Formas for 100,000 credits, and you know, a lot more than just the regular Forma. But there are also Formas, Aura Formas, again 1019, so they are very costly, and they cost 4 normal Formas and an Argon Crystal. So you can Forma anything on a Warframe, guys. So you can Forma each slot according to how you want. If you want to make a very specific mod configuration that needs 3 Naramon ones, 2 Madurai ones, a Zenuric one, and an Umbral Forma, you can make that by using these Formas. It's just that you are going to want to bear in mind, if you do want to run any other sort of build on your Warframe, it is going to limit you to whichever polarities you have formed to, because you know, you might want to make one build for your Warframe that's specifically about power strength, and then if you need to make an efficiency build, you may not be able to do that just because the polarity is against you. So guys, that's my simple explanation on Formas. Now let's get into the Arcanes. So for Arcanes, guys, I'm not going to go over every single one of them, because as you can see, there are a ton of different Arcanes. But what Arcanes are is there's 3 different Arcanes. There's primary weapon Arcanes, secondary weapon Arcanes, and there are also Warframe Arcanes and Operator Arcanes. So as you can see, if I write primary over here, these are all Warframe's Arcanes. So primary Deadhead, primary Dexterity, primary Merciless, primary Frostbite, and primary Plated Round are all Arcanes that go on your primary weapon. Same with secondary, these are all for your secondaries. And then Operator Arcanes are all this sort of stuff. Malt Vigor is not one of them, but it does have an operator in the definition. But it's one of the frames you put on your Warframe, but does affect your operator. But they all get categorized as your thingy, so all these are for your operator. Secondary primary weapon, again operator. Zor, so there's Zor Arcanes as well, and then there are Amp Arcanes, Operator Arcanes, Secondary, and Warframe Arcanes, as I said. Sorry, I've not been doing this very formally, but each of these Arcanes have an effect, and the value does go up and down very fast, so it is a good idea to keep an eye on the market. For example, Arcane Energize could go from anywhere between 1600 plat and 2000 plat. Arcane Consequence may go for around about 100 plat this time with full rank 5. But Arcane Aegis, another one that do I have any? I don't think I do. I sold mine. Yeah, so Arcane Aegis, I've sold my rank 5. A few days ago it was worth 250 plat, and now it is worth almost 500 plat because of the Hildren Prime update. So guys, it is worth keeping your eye on the Arcanes, but there is anything you can think of, there's most likely an Arcane for it. So for example, on headshot plus 10% parkour velocity, rank 5 that, 60% parkour velocity on a headshot, which is crazy. So Arcane Energize, again, on energy pickup, it'll replenish 150 energy and can affect your teammates. So guys, there are Arcanes for everything, and these do go on your Warframes and your weapons and your operator. The way to get an adapter to grab one of these is to head on over to the relay on Earth and head over to Teshin. On your Warframes, you are able to install a Arcane adapter, and for your weapons you are going to need a primary adapter, and for your secondary, a secondary adapter. So literally just head on over to Teshin Dax, and over here, if you don't glitch into the floor, you just talk to him, Steel Path Honors. There you go, primary Arcane adapter, secondary Arcane adapter, and if you're balling in the money, you can buy a transformer. I'm not going to buy the kit gun ribbon because I don't use kit guns that much. And I hate the fact that they've added a cap to Teshin. You know, it really does upset me, the fact that that exists. I am going to buy 2 of these, of each of them, just because I do have some weapons I want to invest in. So, you know, it is good and definitely worthwhile to throw on some Arcanes for your weapons. So guys, that is basically it. Arcanes and Formas explained in, I'd say, the nicest way possible I can achieve at this moment in time, but don't kill me for anything. But if you do need any more help, do feel free to drop them into the comments, and I will do my best in order to give you guys a hand if you need anything. But thank you guys so much for watching. That's been this video. Be sure to drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.